Wiggly. And my friend Val is here. When she gets seated down, we'll and settle. No hurry. I'll show you her. Oh, or did you move over out of the way? She moved over out of the. She's like, no. She moved over out of the way. Okay, so you got to come back where you were then. So because there we go. Yeah, she scooted over. So anyway, I'm here at my friends Val and Greg's house, and I think, yep, I got the comments on the wrong side. I'm going to have to be trying to hold banded and talk to you guys at the same time. Brenda, yes, it is an interesting agenda for tonight. And thank you, Robert, for being on here. I'm not sure if you're going to be the only mod tonight or not. Yes, Sketchy Crew, I'm wearing my t-shirt, but y'all can't see it. So, okay, I got to put Bandit down. He's already driving me crazy. Val went and got his bed for him, though. So, see, he's on his bed. He's fine. Thank you, Val.
You're welcome.
So, my equipment, I am realizing, is like getting worn out because it won't stay locked. So it's going to feel like it's moving on you guys tonight. Pearl, I did not get to talk to you before you headed to your sister's. I think you're already there, right? And my dog is about to knock over my camera. Get on your bed. Thank you. And I should have left him in the van, but I wanted you guys to see him. Oh, Carol's here. Good. Oh, yay, Carol. Good to see you, sweetheart. And let's see. I think I'm gonna have to turn this, Val, so I can read the comments. She's like, I don't care. Get it off me.
I'm trying to log on.
Yeah. Oh, so Pearl, you are in Augusta. That's a good deal. I'm so glad you made it safe and sound. And Dewdrop Inn is here. Kathy, I got your email. I have been blowing and going and have not had a chance to reply to you yet. I am so sorry. We will get to that, though. Hello, Victoria. And Carol says alpacas are cute. So I tell you what I've got coming up this weekend. I want to know, and this isn't on the agenda, but I want to know how many of you got to see the lunar eclipse. I got up at 3 a.m. and I got to see it, and I filmed it. And so like a 4-minute version of the whole thing is going to be on my channel as an extra video tomorrow. And then on Sunday, she forgot to turn the volume down. And then on Sunday will be a shorts video. She's trying to figure out how to get the volume down. And the shorts videos are just a minute or less, and you watch them on your phone, and you turn it up right as portrait mode, and YouTube dictates that. We don't. But I have those 2 videos coming up this weekend, and they're just extra because I wanted to see it myself. And you guys, it was so spectacular. I cried. I really, literally cried. Did you get it? I mean, she's like, oh, I got it. So, yeah, YouTube Shorts, that's what they're called. Hey, hello, Sunny Ross. Hey, Frugal is in the house. Your ears are going to be burning if you weren't here, because I'm going to be talking about you in a minute. And my cousins, Michael and Cindy, are on here, and prayers for Cindy, please. Everybody dealing with some health issues. I know a lot of people are, but send my cousin some love, please. And Vesta Moon says she spins alpaca fiber. I wish I'd have known. I'd have gotten you. They had small skeins, or I think that's how you say it, and big skeins. But it was so much fun. Let's see, did I bring something? Yeah, so I'll be sharing more about my stay at the alpaca farm. It was so cool. But they, let's see. I'll tell more about that in a minute, but you get there and they give you a bag and they give you all these handouts and everything. It was really cool, but I think I'm jumping ahead of my, I got it. That's okay, sweetheart. I'm a mess tonight. I'm jumping ahead of my list. So I wanted to tell you about the eclipse, and then I wasn't here last week. And so, oh, Brenda says no eclipse to see in that part of the country. Well, you'll have to watch my videos this weekend maybe and get to see it that way. So I hope that you will enjoy it. I filmed it with my iPhone, and so it's not like professional quality or anything. And it's segments of the whole eclipse. I really stood there and filming it and cried. And I filmed this moon rising. And then I got up at 3 a.m. and filmed the eclipse, and then I filmed the sun coming up. So it's kind of a cool video if you like those things. And so then, does anybody remember Traveling Deanbats? Hello, everyone. And thank you for hitting the thumbs up, Vesta Moon. I saw somebody else mention that too. I really appreciate that. You might have to close out of the live chat comments, not the live chat. Don't close out of the live chat, but you might have to close the live chat comments and hit the thumbs up, and then you can open the comments up again. So let me get a drink here, you guys. Take a sip. I'm thirsty. Kaylee's Cottage Life is is in Southern California. And Sunny Ross says, thank you, I slept through. Trust me, I had to set my alarm, but there's no guarantee with me. Today, this morning, because I've traveled for 2 days, well, I'll tell you what all I did in a minute. But I evidently was, I've been TBI symptomatic all day. And I slept through 2 hours of my alarm with my phone ringing, going off, the alarm going off right by my head for 2 hours. I woke up and I thought, oh, it's time to get up. And I looked and I'm like, what? and it had been dinging because it doesn't go off till you turn it off. It had been dinging for 2 hours, a little over 2 hours actually. So Megan is asking Robert if we can do a live feed with people in 2 different locations, and yes, we can. And I've been thinking about doing that. So Mano Ferry Megan, thank you for asking. Glorious Life on Wheels is in the house. Hello, Carol. So glad I tried to catch yours live, and it seems like I'm fixing to tell everybody what I was doing this last weekend that I didn't get to hold my Friday Night Live, and I missed your live again. And Frugal says I needed the rest. Evidently, I did, Frugal, because I was crashed. Last weekend, does anybody remember why I didn't get to make the live chat? I put it on social media that I wasn't going to be having wasn't going to be able to hold the live chat. Does anybody know why? Do you remember why? I'm scrolling back here to see if, oh, thank you, Kathy. She says the picture of my moon looked, what did she say? Looked awesome. Thank you. Yes. You liked it too? Mm-hmm. Good deal. Let's see. Covering a pit stop. Yes, well, Carol, yes. And Joan Pringle, the races. Good, you guys do remember. Hey, Pam. Hi, darling. I am coming through Colorado and Texas sometime in the next 4 months. But I will email you and or text you, and we will try to coordinate. That would be great. So I was hoping you were going to be on here tonight. I am behind on emails, comments, texts, you name it. I think I get about an average of 60 emails a day and probably 100 plus texts. And I don't know how many comments anymore. And so I'm doing the best I can to stay up. But I get some people that get upset with me because I don't get back to them right away. But I promise that I do get back to people as best I can. And I do read everything. So hearing from you really means a lot to me. Hi, Susie Hatch. Yes. Okay. So it was a motorcycle race. And so a lot of people are like, with your brain injury, how were you able to do hi, Mary Kovalovich? Kovalovich? Am I saying it right? And Rob Wakely, that's my friend from way back. We go back, we met in the 80s, Rob, and he is going to be a full-timer when he retires. He'll be out here on the road in just a few months. He is counting down the days, and so he even puts it on Facebook, counting down the days. So, and Joan and Frugal are on here, and it's a good thing that Joan is on here too, because her y'all's ears are going to be burning in a minute, because I'm going to talk about y'all, so stay tuned. Yes, I did it was a motorcycle race, and people are like, with your brain injury, how were you able to, yay, Mary, how were you able to do it? Well, I wore earplugs, and I had my Princess Leia headset in case I needed to put it on. But the motorcycles, I wasn't right by them. I was a little bit off the course. And of course, they don't come by all at once. And there were only 80 in the race. It was the BITD, Best in the Desert. It's the same one that is in Parker, Arizona in the winter down there near Quartzsite. Parker is north of Quartzsite and north of Yuma. And so that Best in the Desert race down there, however, is all vehicles, ATV, OHV, motorcycles, trucks, whoever wants to enter it. This was a 105-mile motorcycle race, and so it was dirt bikers because it was over some, you would not believe the terrain these guys had to do. And so the reason I can't wait to share the videos with you. The reason that I didn't get to do my live chat is because, Sunny Ross, treats for Bandit and you, and don't make yourself sick again, I promise. And my friends are even being good to me here. They fed me hamburger last night, and it was so good off the grill. Huh?
We'll take care of you.
Oh, they do. They take such good care of me. So thank you so much for that, Sunny. And Bandit says thank you. He's down here. He has settled down now. He's on his bed doing what he loves to do, just watching people go by, watching butterflies, whatever he can see. And so, okay, so that's, yeah, Robert says that's what happens when you visit a pair of RNs.
Yes.
Yes, they're both nurses. Oh, Pam says it's storming there. I'm assuming, Pam, that you are at home in Texas. I've got Frugal is in Texas, and yes, it's a lot of storms. So you guys, please be careful. And Kathy DeCree says thank you, Val.
Oh,
She
my
says
pleasure. We love having her.
I'm loving being here. And so Dewdrop Inn has evidently rescued a Great Pyrenees that showed up at her place. Pam, please be careful. So they are great animals. And so Frugal is in Texas too and says lots of storms, and it's clouding up here, but I think we'll make it before the rain starts. So I was camped at this very remote location, and I look up and they're putting porta potties outside my RV, and I'm like, there's not even any vehicles been out here, let alone people putting up porta potties. And I went out and talked to them, and first one thing that led to another, and they're like, well, we have somebody that didn't show up, and we need somebody at a checkpoint, but it's like 25 miles from here, further out, and I'll talk to my boss, and if you're interested, we'll pay you and pay your gas and everything to go do that. And so I got to meet the chief operations officer of the whole BITD, and all races. Everybody reports to him. And then the next day, the owner came by, the co-owner. He and his brother own it. And so you guys, I had so much fun. And I put my dash cam, my Osmo, up on top of the RV and got the motorcycles coming over the hill, coming over blind. And I was at an L turn for them. And at one point it started, can y'all hear the plane going over? At one point it was snowing, sleeting, and raining at the same time. And I'm standing out there, and there's no way that I'm going to go in, and I'm waving at them and pointing because they're coming over that hill blind and hitting my checkpoint station, and it was a 45-degree turn. And so there was no way I was going to let those guys down, guys and girls down. And so I stood out there and took care of all that. And it was it's the most fun that I've had in a long time. And I can't wait to share the footage with you. And so you guys are talking about Pyrenees, and that leads me to where I went next. So I went to a Harvest Host alpaca farm. And if you're on here and you're interested, or you're watching this and you haven't joined Harvest Host, and Frugal says such a great random event to be part of. So cool. It was so cool. And I got to meet the chief of staff, and I went riding on the ATV with him. And it's not like a racing ATV. Theirs is almost like a golf cart because it's a work a work cart, and so it's not like we were zipping through the hills or anything. And I loved it; it was so fun. But from there, I went to a Harvest Host alpaca farm. And if you are interested in joining Harvest Host, please go down to the video description or the pinned comment and grab my Harvest Host link, because if you sign up through that, it's 15% off for you guys. Okay, so 15% off of the Harvest Host membership, and I get $15 at no extra cost to you. So you save 15% and I get $15, and we both win. So that's a good thing. But I went to the Harvest Host alpaca farm. Let's see, what did I bring to show you of that? I don't think is it, oh yes, the paperwork. Oh, I want to back up. So look, you guys, y'all aren't going to be able to, will you hold this paper for me for a minute? Y'all aren't going to be able to see this very good, but I'm backing up. So this is the motorcycle race course, 105 miles. When they brought the porta potties, I was parked up here. You can see it's a blue dot to say it's a pit stop and a porta potty, and they moved me down here to 51.2. And so anyway, that's where I was, and you can see they come over that hill and that left turn right there. What am I trying to say? That's where I was, and I got to park there for like 4 days. It's BLM land, so it was fine. And then let me grab, oh yes, this piece, please. Thank you. Thanks, Val. And then they tell you who all's at what station and who has their radio number and all that, and about what time that you can be expecting the bikes to come by your station. I mean, they've got this down to such a fine art. It was unbelievable. And I'm so proud of that organization. So let me see what I have missed. Okay, Frugal, let's go to an alpaca farm together. And Victoria says, are there 2 lives? She was watching and it didn't start. I don't think so, Victoria. Did anybody else have that problem? I hope not. But I didn't schedule 2. I don't know what might have happened.
This one's a little delayed.
No, it's not. She's saying it didn't start at all. No, it's always delayed on your end versus mine. Oh, okay. It's not delayed. They are going to hear that and go, what? It's not delayed. So what she's talking about is my creator login is always a little bit ahead. And so she's seeing stuff on there a few seconds behind what I'm saying, but that doesn't mean there's a lag. YouTube does that so creators have time to read comments and respond to them. So it's not an actual delay. So let me see what I missed out on here, and then I want to tell you about the alpaca farm. And hi, Texas lady, wondering wild moon. I saw Vesta Moon's name above that. Sorry, wondering wild woman. I know who you are. I'm sorry I messed that up. Chantel New, good to see you. And so I think if I miss something, y'all retype it because I'll forget. So Joan says, hi, Val and Greg.
Hi, Joan. Yeah. Thank you for that beautiful trinket dish.
Yeah.
You painted.
Yeah. That was a housewarming gift that I brought to Val and Greg because they just bought a house. They were on the road full time, but recently bought a house and now they're going to be part-time. And I bought one of Joan's beautiful trinket trays that she painted to give them. So nice. Yeah, it's beautiful. They love it. And I'm going to talk in a moment too about something else that Joan did for somebody. So you guys hang on. I think I'm caught up. If I missed see, Pearl isn't seeing me either because she's saying anyone checking on Debra because she thinks I'm not here. So I don't know what's going on. Stupid YouTube, because I'm here and Pearl isn't seeing it either. And I have no way to be able to text her to let her know, but she is a friend and she's getting worried because she can't see me and I don't know what to do. So mods, I don't know if you can reply to her or do an @ Pearl Pugh. I can't type. If you can do an @ Pearl Pugh and tell her to refresh that I'm on here, maybe that will work. Maybe she'll see that. I don't know, because she's evidently seeing the comments. So if y'all can just tell her to refresh. Yes, thank you, Robert, because I don't want her worrying. Okay, so I went to, and I don't, it's not on my end, you guys. So, Megan, same thing. She's saying she's not getting anything. So, yet they're seeing the comments and they're on the live. So I'm not sure what's going on, but it's not on my end. It's on YouTube's end, and I'm so sorry. But I'm here and I'm alive and I am doing okay because I'm with my friends. And hi, Linda, Nana Banab. That is my dear friend that is up in upstate New York. I love you. And we really will catch up one of these days, I promised. And so, maybe if Pearl still isn't seeing me, maybe she needs to, they need to close down and come back. I just really don't know what's going on. So, yeah, y'all let them know that I'm here and that everybody's seeing me except for a few people. And same thing for Frugal saying she had to close out and come back, and it's working. So tell them to close it and come, but be sure and come back, please. And dang YouTube, it's really not on my end, I promise. That's okay, I get it. I dropped something else, and Val was going to get up and get it. She is so sweet. Hi, Megan. I had already said hi to you earlier, but welcome. And Pearl, yay! I was talking to you earlier too, but you didn't know it because YouTube is screwing up, and I don't know what they're doing. But I said I'm glad that you made it to your sisters, and glad to see you on here. And tell your sister I said hello. And Megan, glad to see you on here. And you said something else I addressed earlier, Megan, but now I don't remember. So I hope that others aren't having that issue. Probably, though, because I only have 95 on here, and I usually have a little over 200 by now. So it's probably some issue on YouTube's end, and I'm not sure what they're doing. So went to the alpaca farm. They give you a bag, and then you can adopt alpacas, you guys. And oh my God, they were so adorable, and they were so soft, and I got to feed them. I got to help give the pregnant ones their shots. It's just going to be such a fun video to share with you guys, but I was just blown away while I was there. And that particular Harvest Host farm that I was staying at, the owners' names were Glenn and Carolyn, and they were just so super sweet and super nice. And while I was there, I met a fellow traveler. She was in her conversion van, and I got to interview her and do a tour of her beautiful decked out van. So you guys will get to meet them. So that'll be coming up, but probably not for a couple of weeks because I got so many other great things to bring you. That'll come up after the races. And so I don't know. I don't know what to tell you. I've just got so many neat things coming up. And also, while we're at it, so Val is having to comfort Bandit because there's dogs barking down the street, and Bandit's like, Val's like, oh, she's being so sweet and petting him and comforting him. But I'm also, while I'm here, I am going to interview Val and Greg. They've already agreed, so I'm not like surprising her, I promise. Y'all know I do that, but I'm not. I talked to them about this yesterday because when they were on the road, they started off in the van that Robert had bought, Old Gray. They were in that as a couple. Y'all been married now. How long? I've forgotten. Since 2019.
Yes.
Yeah, but they were high school sweethearts, and now they've been married since 2019, so it's such fun. But so they traveled in that van for a while, and then they moved into a fifth wheel, right? Mm-hmm. And they lived in that for over a year and traveled, and now they're going to be part-time and have this house. But Greg does, I don't have anything out here I can show you. He does amazing woodwork. He builds, doesn't he, canoes? And here, you tell him about your husband.
Oh my gosh. Well, he builds canoes, and he pours cement He's making our own pavers.
Yeah, that's what's behind her right now. Yeah.
He
And,
built this rock wall.
yeah, he built
He's
it.
constantly working.
Yeah, and Val is being very kind because she is constantly working too. She just actually she as an RN she went back and is helping people a few days a week at a clinic and so I'm really she got home today and we hung out in the RV for a little bit and she has the weekend off, so I'm looking forward to visiting with her more. But can y'all see the pavers over there? So he made those and he made these the extensions for the rain gutter, and he does it all with, and that's his station back there. He made his own wood blocks to make whatever forms he wants, and the patio that we're sitting out on now, he's already got marked off because he's going to be making that into with some special stones and wall and just all kinds of stuff.
He needs to be busy all the time.
Say it again.
He needs to be busy all the time, from morning to night.
He likes it.
He's happy.
If he's busy, he's happy. And but he does the woodwork is what I can't wait for y'all to see on his canoes and kayak. Is it a kayak or just 2 canoes that he has right now? Canoes, but oh my God,
huge.
Yeah,
Large.
One's large and one's huge. But he also did the woodwork that was in Oak Gray, and Robert managed to take some of that with him, including the 62-inch desk that is in the back of Fancy Free now, and you guys just saw that tour on my channel. And Michael McLester, my cousin, said, so that means he's a keeper.
Yes, he's worth keeping. He's a good man.
Yeah, I love that. And Michael's the same way. My cousin Mike, he's always working.
That's why I'm working, so that he can afford to play and keep busy.
She's making him a kept man.
Yeah.
Just kidding. He's going to come out here and bop us on the head in a minute. And Frugal says that's so cool about Greg and Val. She can't wait to see that video. And Coeur d'Alene Lake is a must-see if you're in Idaho. Can you help me remember that? I may be going to Idaho. Coeur d'Alene? Okay, one of my mods needs to capture that from Chantel New and text me, please, because I won't remember that. So, okay, Bandit, hold on, Bubby. I'm sorry, guys. Bandit is wanting to come up, and I have been working all day, and I haven't been feeling good all day, so I'm going to accommodate him and give him some loving because he's like, Mama, I haven't seen you much today. What is it, Bubby? He's okay. Let's see. Sean is in New Zealand. Yes, Sean, glad you're here anytime that you can. I love it. Thank you. And Brenda Whitlock says her landlord won't allow alpaca, so she'll stick with her kitty. Oh, that's the other thing. Oh, Cardiz is headed to Idaho too. I don't know where I'm after I leave here, you guys. I honestly don't have a thing planned. I've told my patrons a general idea of what I'm going to do for the next 4 or 5 months. I'm going to end up at Lollapalooza in October in Texas. That's as much as I know. Everything else is just up for grabs because I really don't know what I'm going to do yet. But I want to tell you that those alpacas were so stinking cute and they were so soft and I just wanted to cuddle on them. And I told the owner, Glenn, I said, too bad they're not cuddly. And he goes, no, they're not cuddly. Because I wanted to cuddle with them, but it was such fun to get to. Yeah, they're so soft, and they have the cutest face, but they're not cuddly animals. They don't like to cuddly. And Joan says it's not working; it's living your life. That's how you feel, isn't it? Yes, Joan. Yeah, that is how she feels. I keep hitting the wrong button. I hope I don't knock anybody off. I don't mean to. Oh, Lucretia is here. So Julie is asking Robert a question, and I don't know how he does. Let's see. She says it's pronounced Coeur d'Alene. Coeur d'Alene. Yeah, Frugal. Isn't he being sweet? He's missed his mama today. I've not been well, and then like I said, I've been working. So burning up the roads is in the house, Lucretia, and the name. Oh, thank you for asking, Carol. Gloria Life on Wheels wants to know what the name of the alpaca farm was. In Harvest Host, they are under Sawdust Alpaca Farm, and so you can look them up that way. Oh my goodness, Sean says it's midday Saturday in New Zealand. Thank you for sharing that. That is so crazy. And no, Kathy, no alpacas spit. I did feed them. I even hand fed them, and like I said, I helped them do shots and stuff. But none of them spit. And yeah, Kathy says that she just heard. Sorry guys, that's the truck that just went and dropped off a trailer and he's going that way. Kathy says that no plans is the best plans. And yeah, that's a good thing because I ain't got none. And Clara says Bandit is on duty, checking in all directions. Thank you. Yes, Clara. That's so sweet of you. Sorry you aren't feeling well, but I look good. That's makeup. You can ask my friends that got to see me throughout the day, and I actually even sent a picture to patrons of what I looked like earlier in the day. And so it's kind of like makeup is a girl's best friend sometimes. Let's see. Pat in the Hat says she doesn't have much bandwidth, but she'll stay as long as she can. I'm glad to hear that. I'm not that you don't have much bandwidth, but that you're here. Thank you. Hello, Marcia. She says Maine would be a good place to visit. If I had the gas money and this wasn't Phoenix's inaugural trip, I don't want to put a lot of miles on her because I want to be sure that I stay in a general area where my friends and family can help me because if I run into trouble, because this is her inaugural trip and I'm not sure exactly how she's going to do over mountains and everything, but I'll know after this. And I will tell y'all too that, here, stay there. I will tell y'all too that she over the mountains was down to between 6 and 8 miles per gallon, and now she's back up to 11. So getting over the mountains, and she goes like 25 miles an hour, and that's floorboarded. And so I think I'm going to put a sign on the back that says I'm pedaling as fast as I can, because I always put my flashers on, and if there's 2 lanes, of course I'm in the far right lane, but it's just not always, I tell you. And let's see. So Julie says, in a previous video, didn't you say you would be traveling north with Joan in June? Joan is coming to meet me, but my trustee, let me find my notes. Joan is coming to meet me, but my trustee has asked that I not put those kind of miles on myself or on the rig this year. So I will not be able to do the Pacific Northwest this year, but Joan is coming to meet me, so it's all good. Have her come here. Val says, you're so, I love my friends. She says, have her come here. Isn't that the sweetest? Endless Skyway Adventure says, we were painting yesterday. Thinks that they got more on the cargo trailer than on myself, but I'm rechecking. Yeah, it happens. I have been painting inside Phoenix as well, and that's a video that's going to be coming up to show you guys. And Frugal says, just enjoy the scenery when you are going slow. Yeah, that's it. I'm 25 miles an hour up the hill. I'm like able to look around. And I'm sure it makes people think that I'm not paying attention to when they drive by and they see me looking around. But what else are you going to do at 25 miles an hour? I think I can walk faster than that. Megan says that she doesn't have any power tonight. Yeah, I hear you. If that's not good for you, and that I hope that you are doing okay. And thank you. My friends are letting me stay here and rest up and get well because the traveling, the motorcycle race I didn't wasn't able to travel the day after, but I recovered pretty quickly, and it wasn't that bad. And the motorcycles were all come and gone past my station within like an hour and a half. But I wasn't able to travel after that for a while, and then I went to the alpaca farm, and then I came here, and so yeah, I need to rest. And Mike says in my pedaling my RV should be hamsters. DBKY here, nice to see you. Julian says that is so nice of Joan, and yes, I have to be in cooler temperatures because I boondock. And when you're boondocking, there's no way to run the AC, at least in this RV. I do have friends that boondock and run their AC for a couple of hours in the afternoon because they have enough solar, and they're usually in like a van or something that doesn't take, that they can do that. In this RV, I don't know how many solar panels, and I'd have to have like 2,500 watts of solar, I think, to be able to run an AC. And I'm going boondocking in cooler temperatures, so it's not necessary. And yes, extra squirrels to make it over the mountain, Brenda. That's exactly right. And Kathy DeCree says, thanks for giving me a rest area. And let's see, Endless Skyway Adventures. Oh, Pat said something funny. I missed it. Sorry, guys. I missed it. Okay, so I said in my title, so motorcycles, alpacas, and then I put sobriety. And then I said, what do all these have in common? And that's my travels the last 2 weeks. And so sobriety, hello, Lola, lost on land again. It is hard to boondock in the heat. Can't do it anymore. That's it, Lola. When I started off in 2015, I lived in a tent in August and September in Texas. And I was staying in state parks. And then I moved into my van and went and camped with Bob Wells for the first year out on the road and learned to travel with the weather. And then last year I got stuck at like 25 miles from the hottest place recorded on the planet. And heat sucks. That's all I can tell you. When you're trying to boondock or in any kind of weather, I don't know how anybody does it, but in an RV or something, it's really, really bad. Hello, Bill Cade. Glad to see you on here. So sobriety, what does that have to do with my travels in the last 2 weeks? Well, the girl that whose tour and everything is going to be coming up, that was at the alpaca farm with me, her I don't think I have it here, and it's on my phone. Now I'm going to miss it. Look in the pinned comment. In fact, if one of my mods could do that, because now I feel bad. But I have both the alpaca farm URL, the link to their place, and the link to Monica is her name. She travels, and she's been sober for 10 years, and so she has an online store called, I can't remember. It's in the pinned comment and in the video description. And she travels and she makes jewelry, cards, crossword puzzle books, coloring books, all kinds of things to celebrate sobriety. And she makes the most beautiful stuff. And while we were there, because her stuff is so pretty, so there you go, Sobriety Gift Shop. And the link is in the description. And I could not think of the name, Sobriety Gift Shop. And she has a YouTube channel too by that. And if y'all hop over there later, please be sure and leave a comment and tell her that I sent you. Not because I get anything from that or anything like that. It's because I want her to know that we love and support her, because she's a newbie on the road and she's a little intimidated and a little scared. And she came out of her shell enough to do an interview and a tour. And I just want her to know that we are supporting her and thinking of her. Let's see. Thank you for putting those links up, and thank you, Kathy, for letting us know the name, because I could not remember it. And yes, heat and humidity are the worst, Carol. I'll go with you on that. It used to make my hair stick to my neck, and oh my God. So Chantel New, you say you love Monica. She's the best. How do you know her? She's only been on the road, like she's brand new. That is too weird. That's cool. And so, gonna be everybody's talking about Lollapalooza. And so, if y'all don't know about Lollapalooza, go to Lola's channel, Lost on Land again, and check out all about 2021 Lollapalooza at Abilene State Park. And she recently put up that reservations are filling up, so you better hurry up if you want to go. All right, and so then the next one is recipes. So everybody, and we've got Glow on here who has a cooking channel, and she does all kinds of fabulous things on her channel. We got Frugal RV Gal that does Cast Iron Wednesday and Dutch oven cooking. We've got Joan that does Dutch oven cooking. We got Lola and Vicky that do everything. So we got lots of people that know how to cook, and Val too. All of this, everything that you cook on the road. I am, her first week out at the road at the Van Build. Yes, she did mention that she went to the Van Build. I forgot about that. So she went to the Van Build last year. I didn't get to meet her while she was there. And then COVID hit and her mom got sick. And so she didn't get to stay on the road. So she has been off the road ever since then. I forgot about that. So she has been off the road ever since then, and just came out and I met her at the Harvest Host place. So how cool is that? So yes, Chantel knew that's the same one. That is really cool. And look at all y'all saying you've got your reservations already. So what I'm going to be doing, and I'm going to put it on my store, is I am going to be doing a Nomad recipe book, but it's going to be by you guys. I'm not a cook. Nobody wants to know what I cook. Nobody wants to eat what I cook. And so what I want you to do, and so what you're going to do is you get to do a little bio. And if you have a channel, we'll put a shout out to your channel. It's going to be digital. And it's a digital product, even though it's on my merchandise store. It's something new that they're launching. And so I thought this would be a cool way to give a shout out to everybody that wants to. If you've got a YouTube channel, if you've got Instagram, Facebook, a store, an online something, if you sell something, send me a recipe, give me a little bio, and give me your links, and we'll put that in the book. You can send up to 5 recipes. And you can even just say, Robert, what the ingredients are and mix them together. It doesn't have to be something formal. It can be, Dutch oven cooking. Sometimes there's not recipes for that. Anybody that wants to submit them, I know, Lola, I know, Frugal, I've already given her a shout out for all of the Dutch oven cooking she does, and she has a playlist on her channel. Go check it out. And Glow, Glorious Life on Wheels, has a lot of cooking stuff on her channel. So send me 5 recipes. You don't have to be a nomad to send me the recipes. But it has to be something that somebody on the road can do, either outside or in their rig. And so, so email it to me. And my email address is debradoesrvlife@gmail.com. You can send 1 recipe or up to 5. Just be sure and let me know what you want me to say in there about you, some little blurb. So that I can do that, because I'm not doing anonymous recipes. This is to give people a shout out, and it's for nomads by nomads, and that'll be the tagline of the recipe book. And this was an idea, by the way. Hi, Sissy Taylor, glad you're here. Marcia, we need to talk. I don't know that a faux clam is. Marcia, email me. A faux clam, you got to be careful, because a lot of them do not stand up to the winds in the desert. And I know you're planning on coming back next winter. So email me, my darling. Let's talk. Okay, so let me back up and see what comments I've missed. And I would say whatever you wanted me to say about you, Robert, and I'm sure it would be all good. You behave. Oh, yes, Carol, please do. And whatever. And if you want to send it in by your viewers, and if you wanted to say this is a recipe one of my viewers named whatever gave to me, just be sure you have permission to use their names. But I'm serious. This is it's going to be a nomad cookbook for nomads by nomads. And if you're not a nomad, we'll say that in the little blurb. So don't let that keep you from sending in a recipe. And yes, I didn't mean to not say congratulations, Marcia, on your tent. That's awesome. But I just know so many people have bought stuff and then wish they hadn't. And between Joan and I, we've got a lot of experience with that. So let's talk. So Michael says that the last attempt, Michael, I'm not going to say your last name right. Tichanuk or Tishanuk? I'm not getting that right, I know. But Michael T says, my last attempt at pan bread looked like a crime scene. That's hilarious. I love it. See. Oh, Julie, I'm glad you're here. I've been enjoying your comments. I do read everybody's comments, I promise. And Julie, I hope you're doing well. Joan says yes. Yes, Joan, yours is good. Yours, I know that. Three days of 40 miles per hour. And she's talking about, you guys, she's talking about her clam. And you can go back to Joan's tour and her interview, and we have the links of that in the video description. And that is through my Amazon affiliate account. Doesn't cost you any extra, but they pay me a few pennies on the dollar. So I hope that if you're buying anything through Amazon, that you are going to my latest video and grabbing that Amazon affiliate link to check out and do that. I would greatly appreciate it. But Joan is sharing that her clam that lasted in 40 mile per hour winds that were sustained for 3 days. And you guys, it might be hard if you're not used to this or have not seen it. It might be hard to fathom or to imagine or to believe. But in the desert, we do get winds like that, 40 miles per hour, and that is sustained, and that is not gusts. The gusts can be anywhere from 50 to 80 miles per hour. And so there, a lot of people lose a lot of stuff in the desert because of that. I got to get another sip, and then I'll catch up. Here, talk to Val.
Hi. We're so happy to have Debra here.
Oh,
I feel
you're so
blessed.
sweet. You're so sweet. I am truly the blessed one. And now I can't fix my little thing. There it goes. So I turned it and I turned. See, I told you my equipment is not holding up. It's called no, it's not called a dust storm, Kathy. That's just how the winds are in the desert. It's not a dust storm, right? I mean, vouch for me here.
They're windy here in Elko too.
Yeah, and it's not dust storms. It's not any kind of storm. It's just what the wind and weather does in the desert.
Oh, we get dust.
Yeah, but you do get dust from
We
it
get-
because the sand blows, but it's not a dust storm, right?
Well, in Elko, it's a dust storm.
Well, okay, so here's the difference. It creates a dust storm. But what I don't want people out there thinking, and I get what Val's saying, but I don't want people thinking out there, like if you live in like Texas or somewhere and they say, you know, it's going to be a thunderstorm or you're going to have hailstorms or something like that. This isn't a phenomenon that is, here comes a dust storm. It's just winds
Yes.
all winter
That's
that
true.
makes dust, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's not like they're saying they can tell you a dust storm is coming or, you know,
No, they can't tell you that.
yeah, you just know that it is going to be
Yeah.
because of the winds. So I just wanted everybody, because I get so many people that are coming out on the road and that are new and they're like, what the heck is with the winds? You know, I want you to be aware. It's like all the time. And where are you, Julie? She says she gets crazy winds. Kathy says she was just making fun. You were, Kathy, but literally, we get newbies out there that really, they leave because they were not ready for the, Frugal RV Gal says, hey, Val, they were not ready for the winds. They thought that it was just like every now and then you get storms or something. But Texas Lady says, sounds like West Texas winds. I'm from Texas, Texas Lady, and it is West Texas winds, and Frugal is from West Texas. It is West Texas winds on steroids. Frugal, I mean, you can disagree with me. Maybe you don't agree with that, but Frugal, if you'll answer that in the comments, since I told them that you were originally from West Texas, I'd appreciate it. Let's see. I'm like sticking my finger in front of the camera. Sorry. Kathy DeCree says she lived in West Texas too. Yeah, this is totally different than the West Texas, I promise you, because it's not West Texas. You'll get almost like the clouds and stuff here, and you get the storms, but this is just constant wind. I mean, you get some days reprieve, but not much. All right, so I think I've beat that to death. All right, so then gold. Oh, that was the next in my title. And it's like, oh, North Georgia, Michael's got sideways blowing rain. And I bet that's what my friend Pam had to log off. And Frugal, how are you doing with the storms? I hate that you guys are in storms. And yeah, Lola says enjoy those couple of days. Yes, that's right. That's what we do. And yeah, West Texas it does blow, but I just have found the winters in Quartzsite to just be beyond that. And Cajun Jameis, yes, I've already talked about the alpacas. I'm on the part of the title that is gold next, and so out where I was camped. And I think that this, I'm going to back up. I want to know what you guys think of the shorts. The shorts are a new feature by YouTube. They have to be less than a minute long, and they're made to be watched on your phone because you have to watch them in portrait. So if you're even watching, I'm going to kill him. Greg is working. He's always working, and he's in the garage pounding. And I know you guys can hear him, but he's working. He always works, and that's okay. That's a good thing. But I'm losing my train of thought. I can't think. No, don't you dare. But I really don't remember what I was saying.
Gold.
Oh, gold. Okay, so oh no, that's not. It's shorts.
yeah.
So the phone has to be turned up right. If you watch it on anything bigger than that, like an iPad or a laptop, you'll only see the skinny little thing. And that irritates a lot of people. I get that. But we don't have any control over this. This is something that YouTube is doing. And so I've been putting my shorts up, not my shorts, but my video shorts up on weekends, on Saturday and Sunday. And so I'm just wondering if y'all are enjoying those or not. About the gold, on June 12th, I think that Saturday is when I'm going to have a shorts that's going to show you a panorama of where I was camped before they made me leave my Shangri-La, and then I went back there after the races were over. Well, after I was able to drive, I went back there and stayed for a few days until I went to the alpaca farm. And so I went up on a hill and I gave y'all a 360 of that area. And in that area, there was like over a dozen abandoned mines. And I'm talking about, they don't have, like 2 or 3 of them might have had a wire around them. But these are like back from the 1800s where the wooden ladder goes down, and they're just everywhere. And I found out from the locals that they're going to start mining that area again. And this is between Goldfield and Tonopah, Nevada. And so we're going to lose a lot more. We may lose. I shouldn't say we are. I don't know this for sure. And but it was a credible source, or I wouldn't be repeating it. That we may lose some more BLM land. But what I wanted to say is they found some more gold in that area. And so, but there, I just, it worried me sick because while I was out there, I saw a pronghorn. I mean, not but pronghorns, coyotes, huge hares. I mean, just all kinds of wildlife. And they're falling down in those pits. And I just was like, oh my God. So, and that area is going to explode again in population. Tonopah is the county seat, but it's kind of, the town is like any other small town. It's just kind of not been doing well. So now those 2 towns, Goldfield and Tonopah, are going to explode again. And also, I got to see pictures back in the day. Goldfield was the biggest town in Nevada, and there used to be a sign on the outskirts of Vegas as you went into Vegas that said it was the gateway to Goldfield. Because everybody was going to Goldfield for the gold mines. And I had to be careful when I was out walking because some of those mines were scary, and some of the roads were collapsing around them. And so when you're out and about and you're camping on BLM land, really don't go near abandoned mines. And yeah, I got a couple of videos as close of them as I could, and my friends all yelled at me. And but So don't do what I did, but stay away from the holes and beware. And also just know that things are changing out here. You can't always count on. I tell you all the time. I go back to some place that I used to camp, and it's not available anymore. And I'm finding that more and more. And then as resources in our country get less and less, and they start branching out into public lands and forest, national forest, and national parks are even leasing out some of their land for mining. It's just gonna it's really gonna change things, I think. So anyway, that was my gold rant. And let's see. I'd love to buy a ghost town. I love that y'all are all talking to each other. If I miss something, I'm trusting my mods will let me know, and I will answer it. And Pan for Gold, that's awesomeness. And yes, Frugal, those mines are scary. Frugal is one of my friends that was telling me, stay away from the holes. I was like, okay. And this Vestamoon wants to know if people can mine in the creeks. It is public land, and you have to be careful because sometimes they have leased out sections to private parties for mining. And you think you'll get shot in Texas for trespassing. You go try trespassing on somebody's mine or their rights to that area, and you'll get in a lot of trouble. So that's why I recommend, just because you saw a BLM sign or you're on a BLM road, I recommend using the U.S. Public Lands app, because they're pretty good at, if you pinch out and you magnify that, you'll see that yeah, I know I made a lot of people nervous, Robert. I'm sorry. But if you pinch out, you'll see that let's just pick a color. Let's say that on that particular map, BLM is yellow. And so you pinch out and you'll see it looks like a freaking checkerboard set, like chess or something. And, it'll be like yellow, white, yellow, white, yellow, white, yellow, white. And those white areas are where they have leased it out to privatization. And you don't know who that might be. It might be an individual. It might be a corporation. It might be for cattle. But you can't camp on those little bitty white squares. And I can't tell you how many times I've been on BLM land. I think I found a good place. I pinch out and it's white. So you got to move. And that's why. So, yeah, stay away from those areas. And so, and that's if you can access the BLM land. And this is an unscheduled rant. I am so tired of hearing people say, there's tons of public land. Just look, go out west. You can go to public land. I'll be doing a video on this because it just burns me down so bad. But you can go out and there's public land and you can just pull off and park anywhere you want. No, you freaking can't. And 9 times out of 10, it's not accessible. I mean, have you ever been driving down the freeway and you see all this open land? Does it look like you can get to it? No. And BLM land is the same. Probably 90% of it you can't even get to, whether it doesn't have roads or you're not supposed to, or the roads are closed off, or it's fenced off and it's not accessible for camping. So just because it's public land doesn't mean it's available for camping. And so I probably need to do a video on that because people are being misled. They think that you can look at a public lands map and Frugal. They think you can look at a public lands map and just go camp on there, and that's not true. Anyway, so since one of my best friends just said blah blah blah, I think I take it that I'd better shut up. So. So I already told you about the cement. If you missed it, Greg makes his own cement, his gutter extensions, his patio pavers. He's going to be doing that here. Building walls back behind us and filling all that in with 100 tons of gravel or 10 tons? Well, yeah. I can't remember. It's like
it's hard to say.
It's hard to say. It's an awful lot.
60 pounds of cement.
Yeah. I'm sorry I'm moving the camera so much. I'm trying to find... Oh, it's over on this side. There. Sorry, Val, I got to show you. Mixer. Yeah, the cement mixer and his forms, and there's some down below that he took out of forms.
He built his own forms.
Yeah, he builds his own forms. So Greg is multi-talented, and that was the cement part of it. And Frugal's saying, no, I don't know. I messed up. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to mess up. So Joan and Frugal are still on here, and I'm glad because I'm going to talk about that now. Oh, she says that is not what I was saying. Okay, sorry. I just saw blah, 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 and I'm like, oh my God, I better shut up. My friends are going blah, 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 blah. Hi, Tony, 1955. Good to see you. That's so funny. Oh, hi, Maureen McAllister. Glad you're here. It doesn't matter if you're late. I'm just appreciative of you being here. I have about a little over 100 of you on here and about 80 thumbs up. If y'all could hit the thumbs up for me, I'd really appreciate it. It really does help with Google Analytics. Oh, Robert saw the new. Robert wants to know about the new bed cage in the little truck. He just saw it when I showed the thing.
That's what he carries the canoe up with.
Oh, that's what he carries. Robert is talking about that, not the back of the big truck, but the back of the little truck. That's where he puts the canoes.
Yep, so he can travel down the road with it.
Oh, that is so cool. and multi-talented guy is right. That's what they're saying.
Likes to fish out of a canoe.
Yeah, he does like to fish out of a canoe. So my cousin Mike is saying, Val, wait till he starts bringing home bags of concrete dye.
Oh,
I didn't know you could.
fun.
Yeah, okay. We're
fun.
going to tell him about it. We're not going to just be like leery of it. We're going to tell him about it. He probably already knows, but going to tell him about it. Oh, Texas lady says, sent me a super chat tip. Thank you very much for that. And says, KOKO, thanks to all. And by the way, Pam, I don't know if you're still on here, but this is from our friend Beth. The necklace that she gave me last time we were all together. And that made me think what KOKO, thanks to all, Texas lady, made me think of that because you're in Texas. And my friend gave me this, and that's what she wrote when she gave me this necklace. So I love that you guys are picking up on the KOKO, which is keep on keeping on. And Camping Therapy says that this is her first live stream. Yay! Welcome. Glad that you're here. Yeah, Val says, welcome. It's a great family. It's the KOKO family. Keep on keeping on. And see, I'm wearing my y'all made me do it. Y'all told me on a Friday Night Live that you wanted Sketchy Crew t-shirts because you wanted to be part of the Sketchy Crew. And so I got the t-shirts. Tim put them up on Tim Untethered is my store manager. He's the one that came up with the idea for the cookbook, and he's the one that's going to be putting that up there. And he designed these wonderful, beautiful shirts. And if right now through Monday, I think there's a 10% discount code. If you put summer 21, you get 10% off. I think it's summer 21. Look on social media. I put a post up today on YouTube, and yesterday I had it on Facebook and Instagram. But I think it's summer 21. I know Richard says the clouds make a nice backdrop. It's a beautiful area where they live. Thank you for noticing that, Richard. Oh, Pam says she is on here, and she says she remembers. I haven't talked to Beth in a while. I got to catch up with you guys. Let her know I was wearing it and thinking of her, okay? I need to tell her myself. Kathy says she sent her pic to you. Yes, Kathy, that's one of the emails that I was telling you I need to reply to. I'm so sorry I'm behind. I love that your daughter modeled the t-shirt, and I think that one's going up on social media tomorrow. And Lynn Morris says that she's a newbie live streamer. This is so awesome, you guys. I'm so glad that you're here on this journey with me. And the KOKO fam, my viewers and patrons are some of the best in the world. So I'm glad that you're here. Noreen is asking me, hi, Noreen. She made it to a Friday Night Live. She'd usually been working, and it's so good to see you on here on a Friday. I am still in Nevada at this time. That's where Greg and Val bought their house. And I don't know where I'm going after this. I haven't a clue. I'm going to be, the next stop that I know of for sure is Lollapalooza in October. And Sun Devils fan says hello. That's a great name. Marie says she got her Sketchy Crew coffee mug, and now she looks sketchy in the morning. That is awesomeness, Marie. Send me a picture, please, at my email. If you don't want to be in the picture, you don't have to. You can do like Kathy did and get somebody else to model for you, or you can just take a picture of the cup. I had somebody that put their t-shirt on their dog and sent me the picture, but send me a picture that I can use on social media, please. I would just love it. Oh, Camping Therapy says she found me through Joan's Scamp Tour video. And yes, it was. And I'm fixing to talk about Joan and Frugal. And yes, we are sketchy, but we're not contagious. That's hilarious. I love it. Okay, so next up is gifts. And I just wanted to remind everybody about the 10% off on any merchandise. Sorry that I don't already have the cookbook up. Send me your recipes so that we can get that cookbook going. Somebody had asked, Judy Abernathy and some other people in the comments had said that they wanted to see more rocks that Joan has painted. Would you do me a favor? The purple one in my door. Will you, that big one, would you get that? Thank you. I meant to grab it. So she'll get that and I'll show it to you in a minute. But like, this is a rock that Joan painted and gave me. Isn't it beautiful? I just love it. And then she signs it on the back. And then this one is a little magnet. See the magnet? And so she gave me these two and she painted them. And I use the magnet all the time. And so I got here to Val and Greg's. I know they're beautiful rocks. Look at this. This is the first one that she gave me. And it's a little bit dirty because it sits right in my door. And I'm sorry for that. But look at this one. It sits right in my doorway. And I can use it. I use it to anchor some things sometimes when I'm doing some things outdoors. And anyway, I love it so much. And it's a big one. And I just realized it's not signed. So when I see her next month, I'm going to get oh, you went and got your trinket tray. So this is one of the housewarming gifts that I brought that Joan painted, that I brought Val and Greg for their new home. And I brought them some alpaca stuff. But it's called a trinket tray. And you can put it in your bathroom. Bandit thinks it's food. Y'all look, my poor dog. He has already been fed. He's just faking y'all out. But you can put it in the restroom by the sink. It's just a trinket tray. They have it in there at the entry at the front door entry on a beautiful table. So Joan, I'll have to send you a picture of that. Yeah. Thank you for showing them that. Love it. And so here's another thing. So Joan also sent me, I got here, okay? I get here to Val and Greg's, and Joan had sent me some things here. Not only did she send me some things here, she sent Frugal RV Gal some things. So I'm gonna show you that. I'm looking back over the comments to see if I missed anything. Y'all wait till I show you what she sent. And yeah, y'all are all telling her way to go, and I appreciate that. Wait till you see what she made Frugal that she sent here. And so I'm so glad that everybody is here. And Joan does do amazing work. Linda, Nana Banab, I'm so glad that you are on here. Yes. So Joan sent me papers and scrapbooking stuff because I used to do scrapbooking. I would scrapbook, had a sleepover for an entire weekend every month at my Sticks and Bricks house. My friends would join me. I had an entire room that was just decked out better than any art and a craft store that you could go to. I worked a second job for a year and a half to get every tool you could imagine. And of course, I gave all that up when I got on the road because none of that will fit in a van, right? But I have figured out, with Joan's help, while we were traveling together, we went to Death Valley National Park and to Alabama Hills and everything. And she helped me figure out a way that I can, on a mini scale, do scrapbooking out here on the road. Because, I mean, let me back up, because there are people that want to make a living at making cards, doing scrapbooking, and doing their crafts on the road. Joan is a prime example of somebody that can do that. She does her rock painting, and you're going to meet Monica that Chantel New and I were talking about earlier. She publishes coloring books and crossword puzzle books, and she makes jewelry, and she makes cards and all of that, and she does that out of a conversion van. So you absolutely can be carrying. I'm going to let Lola answer that, Carol, but that it is going to happen. So you absolutely can do these things on the road and in a rig. It doesn't matter what size you have. I just couldn't carry all of that stuff that I used to have. I used to have the Cricut machine and a huge oh, I can't even remember the name of it now, that made would turn anything into a label, and I had all the die cut stuff. And anyway, I can't do that, but she found a way for me to do a mini one. So I bought this little 3-ring binder book, and she sent me pages that go in it. And so I took my Death Valley scrapbooks and my stickers and some things from there, cut them out already and put on there. And I saved room for when I go back through Death Valley, when it's not 100+ degree temperature, to get the National Park stamp there. And then I made one for Alabama Hills. Oh, and when people camp with me in these places, I'm getting them to sign it. So at Alabama Hills was Robert and Joan, and I left room because Stanley and Tim and Robin were also there, but I didn't get their signature in time. So when I see them again, so I am anyway. And we went up into California on 395, and I'm doing some journaling and stickers and on a miniature scale. And so she sent me some washi tape and some miniature scrapbook stuff, and I'm so glad. Now let me show you what she sent Frugal RV Gal. Let me catch up on comments first. Greg says he's building drawers and pavers and drains in his garage. That's what he's been in there doing. And he's now in the house, and he logged on and said hi. Hi, Val and Greg. I think Val went in to be with him. Y'all can come out here anytime you want to. I'm yelling at them through the phone because they're in there. That's funny. Let's see what I missed. Hang on. Oh, good. Julie Ann says she does all of that, and she plans to do it while she's on the road. I travel with my sewing machine, and you can find all kinds of ways to do stuff out here. I just couldn't have my entire scrapbook room with me, and I didn't know how to do it on a small scale. And so I'm just now learning, and I get to buy what I need as I go along. And so I'm so grateful to Joan for showing me how I can do this on a small scale for me and create a memory book that is meaningful to me. Yeah, y'all are sharing what all kind of crafts and everything y'all do on the road. Let me know. Put them in the comments. What kind of crafts are you doing on the road, or do you plan on doing on the road? And what tools and everything are you bringing with you? Let me know. And yes, crafting supplies can multiply like rabbits. That's so true. But that really made me smile. A mini Dutch oven for Frugal. No, she needs to make more food, not less. I'm just kidding. Yes, it is sage and creosote. I believe. I have not walked that hill, but I believe that's what that is. And punch needle embroidery sounds beautiful. Yes, I'm happy that I'm doing my scrapbooking too, Frugal. Thank you. And I'm really excited about it. And all right, so Vesta Moon says she is headed northwest, and Doreen says that she crochets. Okay, so here is what else was here when I got here. This is a bag of, y'all can't really see it. I'm going to take a few of these out. There are 50 in here. Joan painted 50 of these to send to Frugal because she knew I'd be seeing Frugal, and she didn't know when she might see her. And so she sent a bag of 50 of these rocks for Frugal to use when she goes geocaching, because you typically open up the geocache box and you put a trinket in. You can take a trinket out and put a trinket in, but even if you don't take a trinket out, you usually put a trinket in. And so she did a whole bag. Are you going in? Are you just gonna? Okay, good deal. And of all these beautiful little ones, little bitty ones, and sent them to Frugal as a thank you. But I get to see them and play with them. And Joan, this is just so wonderful. And I know Frugal is going to have such fun gifting these and geocaching over the years or months, however long. I think she does more than 50 a month sometimes, but I don't know. But I'll let her answer that. But I know in the winter, y'all were doing a ton of geocaching. Yeah, you can't see them all. There's 50 of them. I can't hold them all up. I just can show you. I see. I don't want to drop them. I'm dropping them. Anyway, I'm putting them up now because I don't want to drop them. These aren't mine. They're yours, Frugal. And I don't want to drop them. So I dropped one. I'll find it. See, that's why I can't. Oh, is that it right there?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah, see, I found it. It was a pretty little pink one, and it's going right back in the bag.
Oh, those are
And
beautiful.
aren't they beautiful? And I won't open them anymore. Bandit wants to see.
Yes.
And I won't open them anymore. Frugal RV Gal, these are yours from Joan as a thank you. So Bandit does want to help. Come here, Bubby. Come here. So, come here, Bubby. Oh, goodness, him's such a good boy. Him's such a good boy. No, I'm not going to show you all your rocks, Frugal. You have to wait until you see them in person.
And thank you for that trinket tray, Joan.
Yeah, she loves that trinket tray.
Beautiful.
Yeah, it is. So no, Brenda says I may need to keep a few for quality control. Yeah, when I first, I think he does think the rocks are treats. You're right, do drop in. When I first showed them to Frugal, she goes, oh, it might take me 50 years or 10 years or 5 years to find enough geocache. And she was just kidding talking about how she wants to keep them because they're so pretty. But she was just kidding because she's also really looking forward to gifting them and doing geocache and letting other people have them. But they are beautiful. All right, guys, we have been on here long enough. I want to thank everybody again for the super chat tips. Frugal is still saying she wants to see her rocks. No.
Tell her to come up here.
Yeah, come on. I'll text you the address. You can come here anytime.
Oh, we'd love that.
Yeah, we'd love it. You come right on up. And let's see. Joan says you are welcome. And Greg is talking to you, Joan, and he says that thing is awesome. So, oh, good, Noreen. I'm glad that you can join us for a while. That makes me very happy. And Carol is, Joan, people are asking if you sell your rocks online. I know that Joan has been trying to figure out how to work out the shipping. Because as you can imagine, the shipping on rocks can get expensive. And so she is figuring that out. And I tell you what, as soon as she gets it figured out, and if she is going to be selling online, right now she just sells in person. But if she starts shipping or something, I'll announce it on Friday Night Live. And I'm going to be camping with her. And so maybe we'll even do a rock painting demo video or something. And I think that she is going to be demonstrating at Lollapalooza, so you can go there. So I will keep you updated on if she starts selling them as far as shipping them, but you can also, if you ever get privileged enough to meet Joan in person, you can get some then. Okay, everybody. Thank you for everything tonight. Have anything you want to add, my darling friend?
Good night. Miss you guys.
Yeah.
You beautiful people.
Yeah, they really are. All right. We'll see you down the road, everybody. Love you. Keep on keeping on. You got it right, Cajun Jamis. Thank you. Bye.